Okay, let's check out this magical book of
We're talking to the book or the girl? Let's look at the book.
Here's the book, yeah.
Oh, off we go. Maybe we should have spoken to her first. I don't know. It's a blood drop. This is incredible. It's crammed with information about magic. People say it's the magic used by the witches. If that's so, then the magic we saw in London must be in here somewhere too.
It must be.
That may well be true, Luke. A tome as thick as this must surely contain such information. The bigger a book is, the greater its chances of knowing everything. Finding it's a bit daunting, though. Maybe look for the table of contents first. Huh? What's this, Professor? This page is different from the others.
Oh, you've looked at all the pages and you know that now?
What is this? This page isn't about magic at all. Something about it makes me feel uneasy.
Oh no.
My tummy. My stomach
He
hurt.
vomits on the book.
All over the book. Luke, this page, it appears to be addressed to someone, don't you think? Oh, you mean like a message? Let's read it, Professor.
Let's read it. What's it say?
That's not rude of me. From a time long ago, the ancient flame has been locked in an infinite vault of books, waiting for the awakening.
Why would you put a flame in a vault of books? They're all gonna burn up.
When the sun and moon, watching over the sage, swap places to show their true form, the door to the past will open.
Sage smells really good, by the way.
Yeah.
But I think they mean.
I think they mean like a wise person. Once a person of perspicacity has fulfilled the challenge.
Got it.
So the sun and moon need to switch places. The door will open. Until then, I will wait for the time of the awakening.
All right.
Which means they're gonna sleep. Good night.
Good night. You solved that puzzle. What does it mean when I'm not awake? Ah, it means to sleep. Got it.
Don't look at me. What is this? How can this be? Why is this in here? How did something like this get into the Grand Grimoire? It's just not possible. I can't understand
I
it.
should have been watching
No
this
one
room.
entered the special viewing room before you came here. And whenever someone enters this room, I always accompany them in this way.
Naked, as I am.
Just completely stripped down. So that means this page must have changed at some point, doesn't it? Could that really be possible? Perhaps with some kind of device.
A stamp? Kind of like a stamp.
Unthinkable. There's only one key to this room, so no one can enter it without being granted my permission. I assure you it's true on my honor as a curator, so you must have written it.
Ridelle!
But then how could anyone have done this? Luke, I believe we both know who might be capable of such an act. Eh?
Spella, it's you.
You mean witches, don't you? Witches? We don't know yet who changed that page, but the more important matter is what's written here. The infinite vault of books mentioned here presumably refers to the Great Archive itself.
Probably.
Which implies there is a secret of some sort hidden within the library.
Puzzles, puzzles, puzzles!
Professor, what about this part? A person of perspicacity?
Pepsi.
A person of Pepsi Cola? Well, I believe that could be referring to Carmine. He came here regularly to investigate. So it's certainly somewhat likely, which means our next objective is to find the answer that he was looking for.
Sounds smart.
It's a bit of a spooky message. But if we can open this door to the past, then we'll surely be one step closer to solving this mystery. Just a moment, please. I'm the curator here, and I won't be allowing you to investigate anything without my permission.
Okay.
So you mean we can't investigate? Not at all. I'm simply insisting that you allow me to accompany you.
Oh man.
There should be no doors in this library that I don't know about. And even if there is something hidden somewhere, it's just by this message. It's my duty as a curator to know what that is.
Gotta know. Okay.
I completely understand, Miss Mystere. We can only benefit from your presence.
It's true.
Stand close to me. Right next to me. Now then, how about we all make our way back to the entrance?
Sounds good.
Let's think about where this door could be from there.
A mystery must be solved.
A bit of a riddle.
A riddle.
But Professor, supposing there is a door. That mess is such a puzzle in itself. Don't you think it'll be difficult to find?
When you called it, it's gonna be a sun and the moon thing.
You may be right, and this library is so large. Finding anything will surely take a good deal of our time. No, I think not. You're both missing something here.
I already know the answer.
I believe I may well know what is meant by the words in the message. Eh? Really, Professor?
Or is it nighttime thing, like you said?
Yes, if you'll just remember the wording. From a time long ago, the ancient flame has been locked in an infinite vault of books, waiting for the awakening. When the sun and moon, watching over the sage, swap places to show their true form, the door to the past will open.
So, wherever...
Once a person of perspicacity has fulfilled the challenge.
The puzzle.
The door will open. So there's a sun and a moon, we switch them, and then the doors open.
Yeah.
Yeah. We didn't need the whole thing again.
Is that or we have to wait for like the moon to show up at night? But I think it's probably just
I think there's some actual thing.
So
if you both take a look around this room, you'll notice we are surrounded by books. There's probably nowhere else in the library with more books than there are right in here.
Really? Okay. So there are two statues.
There are books extending all the way up. We're completely surrounded by
them. Duh, it's up there. That's
and the key to opening,
it's the
doors and the sun and moon watching over the sage.
The owl is the sage.
But what could that mean? There are no windows, so no light can come in from the sun or moon. Precisely. Which means it's not the real sun and moon that are being referred to here.
Okay, Layton, your exposition, we're way ahead of you.
And they are located where they can watch over the sage. In other words, behind. Perhaps you've already realized to whom the sage is referring. Right then, let's find the sun and moon watching over the sage and open the door.
Okay. Scroll up.
Talk to these guys.
Okay.
In case they have side puzzles or something. Dewey, you haven't, by any chance, entered the special viewing room without my permission, have you? Of course I haven't been in there. What are you saying, Miss Mister? You always say that if anyone goes in there without permission, they'll have to solve 100 of your puzzles as punishment.
That's a pretty big punishment.
If I had to solve that many puzzles, I'd go insane. That's probably how many puzzles are in this game. It's pitiful. If you ever even considered becoming a librarian, I'd expect that much of you.
Librarians are known for solving puzzles.
Funny.
Okay, so did you just look at the owl then?
Probably.
Yeah.
This is the sage. Maybe the owl is supposed to be the guardian of this door.
Oh, I guess you have to actually... Oh.
Is this right? It's not these? It's like a sun and a moon to me.
I mean, there are the sun and the moon, but what do they want you to do?
Investigate the entrance. Maybe this.
Oh.
Oh, what's that? What's that then? You what, mate?
Are you kidding me? That's the sun and the moon? That's...
It's
no.
a sun and moon construction.
Come on. We saw it. Sun and the moon were in the windows, man.
So the sage must be... That's right. The sage of this library refers to the curator. And this sun and moon construction is located right behind her seat.
I don't get puzzles, apparently. I don't understand.
So that's what the sun and moon watching over the sage was referring to.
Ridelle, come stand over here.
And when the sun and moon swap places, their true form will be shown. And the door to the past will open, so all we need to do is work out what that means.
Man,
I,
I sounded so smug, but I was like, there's a moon in that window and a sun in that window.
There
and
is,
the
though.
owl,
There
and
is.
it's clearly the sage.
Yeah.
Screw this game.
It's a red herring. They did it on purpose. What does it mean by their true form? Well, if we interpret it at face value, I would suggest that we are currently seeing their untrue form. Have a look at this. There seems to be some sort of mechanism in
Yay,
place.
puzzles!
Ah, Professor, if you look closely, there seems to be a puzzle in here.
Luke, we know, we just said that. Oh, here we go.
Puzzle 19, Sun and the Moon. It's down here at the bottom. Oh, I know what's happening. We're gonna have to trade these puzzle pieces in. There are two tiles on each side with an image of the sun and the moon. Maneuver the tiles so the sun and moon swap sides. I get it.
Oh, man, okay. So you gotta use that middle piece to trade pieces each time, I see. Oh, yes, I see what you're trying to do.
But then I'm stuck.
There you go, that's right.
That's in the right place.
Yeah, you're doing this right.
I'm doing something.
You can keep moving one piece at a time. So,
Yeah, I need... So right now...
Yeah. You can scoot 2 all the way over and then bring the blue moon up into the top corner. Yeah.
That's there.
There you go. Yeah, now scoot.
I
No,
should have done the other piece.
you need the other guy. Come on, still, yeah.
I need this guy here at the top.
Yeah. So now bring him out. Yep, exactly. There you go. Oh, wait, no, you gotta do the other piece first. Or, wait. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Okay?
Those
okay.
are in the right place.
Okay.
From here it gets easier, I think.
Yeah. So now bring, a guy back out of the way.
I want this, actually. Let me do this. I'm gonna put this guy here.
Okay.
I'm gonna get these out of the way.
Good.
This is not the most efficient way of moving these, I don't think. I am doing it.
Okay.
I want
Yeah,
this piece
that guy goes up, you're right.
to be there.
Cool. Alright, get that sun up top, move that moon.
This goes here.
And then you get the moon and the sun.
This
Good
goes
job.
there.
High five. That puzzle was really difficult.
I'm actually pretty good at tile swapping puzzles.
Yeah.
Allow me to show you.
That was a different version of one. I haven't seen one like that before.
I actually have seen that puzzle somewhere before.
No less from a gentleman.
But yeah. A gentleman. The mystery puzzle library puzzle is solved, but what will happen next?
What will happen? What's gonna happen?
The suspense is
Oh.
terrific.
Oh, the
I hope
library,
it lasts.
The library broke. Never mind.
There were stairs. You think someone would have noticed that that rug was segmented?
It was painted the entire time. It was just a painted tile.
Ah! Professor! There's a stairway! Who would have thought there could be anything like this hidden here?
Or maybe the rug just tore, like holes tore into it from
the
the
ancient
stairs.
flame has been locked in an infinite vault of books. I wonder just what we'll find down there.
Probably fire. It's been containing
An
a fire.
entrance to a basement below the Great Archive. Am I right in thinking that you knew nothing of this stairway's existence? That's right. And if I, as the curator, knew nothing of it, then surely no one else could.
No one could have known.
It's hard to believe that a secret such as this could have been hidden here all this time. Who could have possibly left such a message? It might be wise not to let anyone see what has been revealed here. I agree. I'll be back as soon as I have asked the other visitors to leave the building.
Get out of my library. There's no other visitors. Surprise.
Well,
You're the only ones who
are you
here.
both ready? You betcha. Let's go, Professor. You too, Isabella, I guess.
I guess.
I was like, well, what are you pointing at?
Sorry.
It's fine. Here's the Great Archive cellar. Okay, let's go.
Let's go to the archive.
Move it.
Well, the archive's below you. Oh, sorry.
Anything we're missing? Anything we're missing?
Nah.
No, we're totally killing it.
Let's go. Whee! Oh, there's fire down here.
This place appears to be some sort of, I'm doing the wrong voice, historic site. It's amazing to think a place like this could exist under the library.
Sorry, there we go.
Sorry, instant puberty. I wonder when it dates from. Ah, that mural. Ah!
Ah, the mural!
It can't be.
It's so ugly. It's the ugliest thing. What, the Great Fire came from a dragon? Or a witch? A witch
Maybe.
dragon.
There was a legendary fire. Perhaps a legendary dragon.
The mural certainly looks
Caused
like it's
it.
showing it. Oh, that's great.
Just all the torches.
They were just like, here you go.
Coins, coins, coins. We have so many.
Look at this mural.
We'll talk to her.
Okay.
This wall painting's a bit scary, isn't it? A monster attacking a burning town. There's also a woman hurling fire. I suppose she must be a witch?
And she must be. Witches do that.
That woman is the Great Witch. Miss Mystere. This certainly doesn't bode well. A painting of the Great Witch here. Do you know anything about the witch in this painting? You don't know of the Great Witch? But how can that be possible for a man of your learning?
You're so smart. How could you not know?
Well, that's... Never mind. I'm sure you must have your reasons for being an idiot. I don't wish to pry. I appreciate that. Would you mind perhaps telling us a bit about this witch and then reading the story to us, because I don't know how to read or write? The woman in this painting. is the Great Witch Bazella.
Bazella!
And this painting depicts the infamous legendary fire that she caused.
Bazella Cantabella, perhaps?
The legendary fire.
Because her family apparently has rhyming names.
She is the witch in charge of all witches, whose very existence poses the greatest threat known to Labyrinthia.
Whoa.
The Great Witch Bazella cannot be considered the same as other witches. She is the root of all Labyrinthia's woes.
Oh no!
Oh,
He's like, what?
the Great Witch Bazella.
Bazella Mozzarella. Sorry, I like that their names rhyme, and I'm imagining what it could be.
What do you mean by the root of all Labyrinthia's woes? Is she a tree? The reason for all of Labyrinthia's suffering at the hand of witches lies in the very existence of the Great Witch Bazella. Would you mind elaborating? I'm confused as all get out. The Great Witch Bazella is the source of all other witches. She's had a lot of babies. A lot of witch babies. As long as she exists, there will be no end to other witches. She keeps having them. Doesn't stop. Thousands of babies.
She just can't stop having babies.
If the Great Witch Bazella is with us, the townspeople will forever live in fear under the shadow of that mountain of baby witches. Just pile up. So you mean that if there were no Great Witch, there would be peace? No Great Witch? It's easy enough to say. While all of the knights have been searching for Bazella, nobody has ever been able to find her. Probably because nobody's ever actually left the walls of the town. She's like right outside, just...
Yeah. She's been dead for
There
a
are
while,
very few
actually.
clues and no one has ever seen her in person. Nevertheless, the Great Witch Bazella is undoubtedly present in Labyrinthia.
Maybe her name is really Espella!
How can you be so certain? Because her deep claw marks can still be seen throughout the town. Claw marks? You must all have seen them too. The traces of that fire when you entered this library. Ah yes, there was a part of this building that had suffered noticeable damage. Bazella is a fearful witch who has all other witches doing her bidding. Long ago, this town was reduced to ashes as a result of her fiery magic.
Oh no.
Reduced to ashes? That must have been, let me see, 100 or so years ago. I forget, it was a while. It was on the evening of the fire festival,
Oh,
held
that's-
every year in honor of the Great Witch Bazella. The Great Witch's fury was unleashed without warning as the entire town burned. That's terrible. That was the legendary fire. Every person in this town knows about it. The legendary fire.
We don't know about it though. But that's another tale.
The rebuilding of the town was a long and arduous process, especially with nowhere to get lumber from. And all the while, Bazella must have been watching and laughing from the shadows. That's awful! Even now, the legend of long ago continues to cause real suffering amongst the townsfolk. To think that a painting of that fearful witch could be right here in the basement of my beloved library.
Aw, Ridelle.
What is it doing here, of all places? There's nothing for it. I just have to have this room sealed shut.
Filled with sand.
Please, let's keep the existence of this room strictly between ourselves. For the good of the people. As for me, I shall do my best to forget all about this hidden room.
Okay.
I'm afraid I'd rather not remain in here a minute longer. It's time I started closing up the library for the day.
Farewell.
Oh, I can't help but feel we've done something wrong. Luke, do you recall the words towards the end of that message? Do you mean, until then I will wait? That's right. When we opened this door, or rather, when we were guided towards opening this door, I could sense someone else's will at work. It's almost as if our following Carmine and coming to this library had all been planned out in advance. Surely you don't mean that we were beckoned here by the Great Witch Bazella?
Layton doesn't know. He doesn't believe.
Bazella. I'm Groot.
Animation.
Dun 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 dun. I can't stop staring at this fire.
Huh? Is something the matter?
Oh, I'm remembering how much fire there was.
Are you feeling all right, Espella?
I'm fine.
Yes, I'm fine, really.
Okay, then we'll take your word for it.
Fine, totally. Nothing's wrong. I'm definitely not
reactions.
possessed by my ancestral.
Stella? Yes? What is it?
You're being weird.
It's just that, well, you've been so quiet.
When you're always talking, always expositioning.
It's just that this room.
So nice.
So warm in here.
It's a little chilly.
What?
Don't you think?
No, it's not.
The opposite of what you said.
The atmosphere is a bit sinister. Not to mention that scary picture.
It's all those torches. That'd be
Maybe
a
it's
little warm, I
about
think.
time we made a move from here.
Yes, indeed.
Not gonna investigate it further? It's a creepy room, you guys.
Those words at the end of the message. I will wait. What if we weren't meant to be the ones being called here?
But then who? Ah,
Something changed.
no.
New things in these places.
I think it's just stuff that
Another time.
we revisit and it tells us things.
Phew, it's much more relaxing here, isn't it? It felt so intense and claustrophobic down there. Yes, it certainly did. Today has been full of surprises. Not only did I meet up with you two again, but we also found that mural in the library. It seems this town really does hold a mysterious secret, doesn't it? What shall we do now? Ignore it, not try to solve it? Go do something else? I'd certainly like to learn more about this magic. We've been in here for quite some time. It must be getting late. It's probably best if we wind up our investigating for today and take a rest.
Go home, eat some bread.
You must both be feeling very tired. Yes, I suppose you're right. I'd be happy to do a little more investigating with you two. But I have an errand to run before it gets too late. Oh, I'm still up for investigating further. Whatever the puzzle, I'm ready to solve it.
Childlike exuberance.
The mystery of the grumbling tumuli.
Yep.
Luke, I could hear your tummy rumbling from here just now. Well, I can't pretend I'm not a little hungry. If you haven't arranged accommodation yet, why don't you both stay at the
How
bakery?
could they arrange accommodations, Isabella? You know that they're not from here. What is she?
There's a room free, so I'm sure it'd be all right. And Mrs. Eclair would love to have you. What do you say?
She's gonna eat them.
Well, if you put it like that, we'd be delighted to stay. Thank you, Isabella. They could go to a hotel and solve a hotel puzzle, and then they'd give them a room.
That's true.
There's all that delicious bread, too. I'm looking forward to it already. Professor Layton, do you have to be going?
Oh God, Ridelle.
Yes. Sorry for all the trouble we put you to. Not at all. Oh, I still can't get used to there being a secret room under the library.
Under my library.
It's been a while since I last met someone capable of solving my puzzles.
Oh God.
And as I promised, you have my permission to borrow the Grand Grimoire. If you have any need for it in the future, please do drop by and let me know. Thank you so very much, Miss Mystere. It's been a great pleasure. It's probably supposed to be Miss Mystery.
You put great in there. It just said it's been a pleasure. Has it been a great pleasure, Will?
Oh, there's just one more thing.
Ah!
I have all of
Okay.
Labyrinthia's puzzles stored here in this library. As you continue with your investigations here in Labyrinthia, there will likely be puzzles that you cannot solve or which you do not find.
Oh.
Such puzzles will come to me.
Oh, a puzzle we missed.
Anytime you wish to solve such puzzles, just visit me and I will show them to you.
Neat.
Puzzles that we cannot solve or do not find, you say? Very well.
Whatever, crazy.
Then I look forward to seeing you again.
Oh man.
I'll be waiting. Please take care on your way home. It's already become dark out there. I love you so much. And if I remember rightly, Storyteller's story did mention the evening. You take care too, until we meet again, Miss Crazy Pants. Miss Stare. Got the Grand Grimoire.
Awesome. Good. Good thing.